Sports Life Dad here. Join me on this Thursday evening here in the quite beautiful, actually beautiful summerish evening in Helsinki area. I was wondering, think about being in your 50s, never run in your life before, and then all of a sudden you get the idea of that hey, let's start running. Then you do it, and then you have a story to tell. And I have here I almost said a good old friend of mine, Darren, who's driven his motorbike, not that one, but this one, from Louis. How do you go? Lou, from UK to Finland. How's he done that? What for? And what's the story behind here? Because if I tell you that he's done 2 marathons in 2 weeks, first one in London and then the second in Copenhagen, and the day after tomorrow here in Helsinki, the third one. You might call someone like that, doing something like that, you might call someone like crazy, but because he runs a very beautiful motorbike, you have to say, well, tell me more. So I'm asking him, and here we have a nice little chat with Darren. Nice to meet you, Darren.
Hi there.
Darren, we just happened to come across in a Facebook group with KDMs, obviously. Then you're asking and showing your bike that ready to run some marathons. You've driven here some 1,000 miles.
Yes.
To run your 3rd marathon. You've done Copenhagen, London. Tell me your story. This is not a typical runner's story.
No,
as such.
I avoided running for 52 years. I didn't run at all. I didn't want to run. I used to smoke. I stopped smoking, put quite a lot of weight on. And my local running club, they have a couch to 5k every year. And I thought, I might try that just to try and lose a little bit of weight. Thought I would hate it. I did the couch to 5k with the running club, and 6 weeks later did a half marathon and enjoyed it and carried on going. Now I've done, this will be my 11th marathon.
11th marathon?
Yeah, I've done four ultras.
What's an ultra for you in this case?
Anything over 50k.
Right. What's the longest distance so far?
I don't know, 37 miles.
37. That's around 60 kilometers, 60 k's, around?
Something like that, yeah. Very, very hilly one. You start on the one side of the coast in Cornwall, go right over the top, and then back to the other side. So about 2,500 meters elevation.
So it's not all flat.
No.
It's something totally different.
Over the boggy moors.
People from Cornwall, they know what you are talking about. Probably.
Yes, yeah.
All right. What's the story behind the charity?
When I first started with running, did the couch to 5k, you used to have the couch to 5k sort of beginner group. Then you'd have the main runners who go off and do their thing, and we'd do ours. And then when I joined the main group, I met and became really, really good friends with him. He's older than me. I'm 58, he's 62, and he's had brain tumours since he was 6 years old. He's had multiple surgeries, lots of radiotherapy, and battled through it. He's married, got 3 beautiful children, but he's now got another brain tumour which is inoperable. So he's struggling a little bit, and there's a small charity called Brain Tumour Support. Brain Tumour Support.
Brain Tumour Support.
Yeah. Brain tumour research is a big charity that gets millions of pounds, but Brain Tumour Support is a small charity, and it's there to help the people and their families. And I thought, if I can raise some money for them, if I can raise 2,000-3,000 euros, it will make a difference to them, and it will. So
Absolutely.
that's why I'm doing this journey.
That's a heartbreaking story on the other hand, and then at the same time, for you to be able to do this, I'm sure it gets you emotional as well while doing it. So it's not all the charity, but it's been the power of being able to help someone.
Yes, yeah.
And as well here sharing the same message for anyone else to be able to join in the charity. But it gets easily emotional.
It does. I mean, as you know, you run marathons. Every marathon, it hurts. At some point it hurts, but the pain's temporary.
Right.
Some people have that pain permanently, and that's why I keep going, because I know it's only temporary.
That's a powerful message. We've had a chat here before with Darren on our bikes. That's another story, because we share, all of a sudden we share the bikes in KTMs, but we also seem to share the absolute joy of this the temporary pain of marathons. But to hear this charity message, I'll put a link, information, join, share. Feel
Brilliant.
free.
Thank you.
I'll be using here just the channel to be able to share what I feel it's important to be shared, because I can totally relate to the position where you are and how you feel about doing it. And what a coincidence of having you here in this, I'd say, chilly. It's not warm and it's not summer, but it's chilly here in Helsinki area. But you're camping here.
Yes, camping the whole way.
Let me just recap. So you drove from London, you took the ferry, you drove the Benelux countries.
I went from Cornwall to London Marathon, and back to Cornwall. So it's 500 kilometres to London, 500 kilometres back to Cornwall.
So you went back home in between?
For a few nights, and then set off to Copenhagen. Yeah. Right. Yeah, so I've been on the road now for a little while.
So how many days have you been on the road since?
Since I left home, 8 days now.
8 days.
Yeah.
Right. What's the most amazing part of the journey, as in terms of driving your motorbike?
The roads today.
The roads today.
Everything's been motorway until today. The roads today were brilliant. Finland, beautiful. Your directions were great.
I shared with Darren a alternative route from city of Turku. If you come by ferry from Stockholm to Turku, you'll be greeted by motorway to Helsinki, say, for 2 hours. That's boring, no matter what bike you have. It's boring. But then the second hand, as KTM riders, we think, is there a alternative route? And yes, there is. Tell me about the route. How was it? What did you find? How did you find it?
No, it was really good. Yeah, really nice. Free ferries.
Was it free ferries?
Yes.
These are short ferry trip across the islands.
Yeah. And there was one road I was going down. It was quite a big road. Then it just sort of stopped being tarmac and became sort of gravel and dirt for about 15 kilometres, which was a little bit, because that thing weighs a lot.
I'm not saying that I knew it, but I'm saying, oh mine, they still got it uncovered or unpaved.
Yes.
Because 15 years ago, when I drove the same route myself the last time, it was unpaved. But no progress there.
Yes, it was a little bit interesting on that. So if that falls over, I'm not picking it up on my own.
Or it might take some time.
Yes.
But I'll put a link, or I'll show the route here. Anyway, if you're coming to Finland, you might have some other routes except motorways, so alternative routes here. But all right, so this is Thursday evening, and we're running. Yes, we're running the same marathon, sharing. On Saturday morning. And then what's your plan after that?
Sunday morning, the ferry to Estonia.
Right.
And then Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Poland, Germany, and home. Back to work next Monday.
So back to work next Monday. So after it's next. So really on Monday, if it's from
Oh no, well, got a week.
a
to
week
get,
Monday.
Yeah.
Just checking.
Yes.
Yeah. These are fast bikes, but
No,
we
not
don't
that
have a
fast.
hurry. We
Not
don't
that
have a
fast.
hurry. Right.
Hopefully get home Wednesday. Then
Right.
have a few days before
Now I
work
got
on
it.
Monday.
Got it.
Yeah.
Well, how does it feel to run the second marathon to begin with? Is it like, oh my god, or is it all the full excitement, or is it like?
No, Copenhagen felt okay. Yeah, but I'd had 2 weeks to recover from London for Copenhagen. We'll see on Saturday. That's 6 days to recover from Copenhagen, so that could be different.
Any marks on feet or any issues? Or
No blisters or anything. Just tired legs.
just tired legs. Imagine this. There is a slight age difference here with me and myself and Darren, but just tired legs. I'll be remembering that one after Saturday's marathon. Just tired legs. Let's see how right.
I've discovered riding the bike after a marathon is easy. It's getting on and off that's difficult.
Right. So it's like steady.
It's like,
No sudden movements. No sudden movements.
Once I'm on, it's okay. Leg up. That's the difficult
hardest
bit.
part.
Yes.
That's the hardest part. I want to share something about your bike. So, how's the bike been so far? Can you tell us something about the bike and
Perfect.
show around?
Absolutely perfect. It's not used a drop of oil. Absolutely no issues whatsoever. It's run beautiful.
Right.
Yep.
It's a Super Adventure, the T model.
T model.
Right. Which is the kind of the special year model from
2015,
16
Yeah,
T model.
The T for touring.
So it's got the larger. Was it the larger tank you have here?
30 litre.
30-liter tank. I've seen you've been on the road, but that's what these bikes look like when they are being used where they are supposed to be. So
Yes.
a few bugs here and there.
There's lots of bugs.
You share some story about the bugs and the Copenhagen or the Denmark. What was the Benelux country or what was the difference between the
300 miles in the UK and then 600 miles in mainland Europe, and I had about 2 bugs. Got to Denmark within 100 miles covered because they don't use pesticides.
right
So many more bugs, which is good.
in that way?
We need insects.
Yeah. So motorbikes are good in taking care of the bug population. Okay, let me cut off that one. Right. All right. But any issues so far? So I believe you have your tank bag here. You got some auxiliary lights for the darker nights. Not a problem this time of year. You have 3 bags here and your 4th one to put on the saddle here.
Yep. For the tent.
For the tent. And that's it. Are you having difficulties? Do you have enough space here for this type of journey?
Yeah. It's very, very comfortable. Big screen, keeps no wind.
Yeah, you have your navigation there, and tank bag, some water to drink. That's a thumbs up.
Yeah.
You get dehydrated faster than you might expect.
Yes, yeah.
At least it doesn't have to be that warm or hot.
You don't have to keep stopping. You can drink while you're riding.
Right. Ready for some nice stickers there. And what's the Tromsø? What's the Tromsø sticker?
Tromsø. That's where I did the Midnight Sun Marathon in Norway.
One of the 11th marathons or 10th.
Yes, one of them. Yeah. Yeah.
Midnight Sun Marathon.
Yes.
That's run in Midsummer Eve
in June, in the longest day. At night, it's night marathon. So you run through midnight in the daylight.
So at what time do they start that one?
That starts, I think it was 9 o'clock. But it never gets dark.
No, it doesn't.
So yeah,
That's
really, really special that one was.
And the scenery must be beautiful.
Yeah,
there.
it was. Yeah, absolutely lovely. Yeah, you can see all the mountains around with the snow on the top.
That's beautiful. I've done one Norway trip myself, and it was weird to throw snowballs in July on the top of a mountain.
Yeah.
But that's Norway.
It was strange that
Right.
at sea level camping it was 20 degrees.
Absolutely.
But then you climb above the snow line and
Right.
it's -2, -3, and then drop back down and it's 20 again.
You have all the year seasons and the temperature.
So always
variations.
camp at sea level.
Right. You'd better camp at sea level.
Yeah.
Right. All right. So I'm so. Oh, let's not forget. You have the Kerno. I believe Kerno. How do you say
Curno.
Kerno?
That's Cornish for Cornwall, because Cornwall has its own language. It's part of England, but it doesn't want to be. So
That doesn't have anything to do with Brexit. No.
no, nothing
No,
to do with Brexit.
no.
But Brexit.
The Cornwall people just want to be separate.
Yeah,
from the
they
English
they feel quite separate from England.
Right.
Cornish people.
Do you know why?
Part
What
of-
was the story?
There's only a very small amount of land that joins Cornwall to England, because there's rivers either side, and they've always had their own language and own sort of culture, part of the Britain culture.
Right.
So yeah, they
There's a
feel
geographical kind of a
yeah,
landscape,
geographical. Yeah, they feel
separation
quite separate to England, even though it is part of England. They feel quite separate and
but
special.
it's
Yeah,
strong kind of a
strong identity. Yeah.
right. Then there you have the Norway, Sweden, Denmark, Finland stickers as well. That's a journey to run. It's a journey to run, but it's a journey to drive, and you're doing this in less than 2 weeks.
Yes, less than 2 weeks.
I say that's a good ad for KTM
Oh,
as a motorbike. The
absolute-
bike's been
absolutely
all right.
amazing bike, amazing. Yeah.
This is a very beautiful color combination. I'd say the white one, the silver, the silver, white, black, orange bars. You said you had the bars here power coated, so they were black.
Yes, they were black, but they look better orange.
This is a beautiful bike. Absolutely beautiful. And the flag, hey, everybody else in the Cornwall people, they know, but
They know,
it's the Cornwall County flag.
The Cornwall County flag, yes.
Right. How have people reacted when seeing you? Is there like, have you drawn any attention,
Yes,
curiosity
yeah, they've
from people?
asked where it is. Yes.
What's the most weirdest thing you've encountered so far on your journey here?
Ooh.
Running or driving?
Probably today. I was sort of just chilling out, and a couple came up and said, "Didn't I see you in Stockholm 2 days ago?"
So people from, and they were not from Sweden, right?
No, they were Dutch, but they saw me in Stockholm 2 days ago, then saw me today and remembered me.
I wonder how.
I don't know why.
Let's look at the bike again, and hey, I have to ask, this one we didn't talk earlier, but what's the story behind the hair? You see mine and you see Darren's. What's the story? I tried for nearly 50 years and this is what I've got, but what's the story?
I've just sort of always had dreadlocks for a long time. I had them, then got them shaved off, and then had them and shaved them off, and now I've got them again. So
they are like your identity.
Yeah, they are, yes. Yeah.
That's a good enough of reason. That's all right. That's all right. So you're camping here in Rastila camping area. Is this any different from any other camping sites you've seen so far?
No, not really. It's just very, very nice, this one. It is.
Just show around a bit.
It is very nice.
This is one of the most famous camping sites that you'll come across when searching one from the Helsinki area. Probably the largest one. I don't know, but probably.
That's the only problem with camping and city marathon, is you a long way out of the city.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was about to send you a message that the metro line that runs all right, so you get straight to the city center, and then I noticed no, you don't. There's a bridge where that cuts the metro going from to the city center. So alternative transportation required, but this is Helsinki. It's not that large of a city. So
No,
it's all right.
It's 10 kilometers.
It's around
to the
10
city,
kilometers
so
to the city
I'll
center.
get a taxi
right?
on Saturday.
Yeah. And the marathon will be it will be launched from the Olympic Stadium, and it will end in the Olympic Stadium. So the city center will be the place to be. The Helsinki City Running Day, I believe, is the official name of the event. We'll be seeing, hopefully, at the same time of launch, we can catch up in the launch of the event and the marathon.
You'll be a lot faster than me.
Well, I have my own reasons, but I'm not looking for to break that much of a record, but I'll be there as well for the whole marathon. But let's just have a quick last look of your bike and the setup here. I think this looks beautiful. Some extra lights there, some the plate there underneath to cover the engine and the exhaust. Well, this is what motors talk. They talk about motorbikes and all the gear here.
Cool covers.
Cool covers.
Best thing for touring.
This is something that you said. The best thing, if you had to choose one, I'd say you said that this would be one. So kind of keeping your bottom cool and dry.
And dry, yeah.
Or warm, should I say? It kind of isolates from the cold.
Keeps it dry. If it rains, the water just drains through.
Right.
And you're not sat in the water.
Right. And no matter what people say, you've just had some oil, some chain lube added, and that's it.
Yeah, I've got an unopened bottle of oil that I've carried now for 8,000 miles. Just in case it needs topping up,
now,
which I've never had to open.
Unopened oil can for 3 years, and for thousands of miles.
I do oil changes, but I've never had to top it up between oil changes.
Right.
Yeah.
Now there's something for all the, I'm not saying haters, but yeah, that's a good ad.
Yes.
Yeah. So
it doesn't use any oil at all. Okay.
So this is the 2015-16 model, some 30,000 Ks on it. You've been traveling around Europe with it, and UK, I believe, as well.
Yeah.
Have you been to Scotland or the area in north?
I've been to north. My parents live in North England, so I go up there quite often on it.
Right.
Yeah.
That as well.
700 miles on a weekend to see them.
This must be an absolute joy to drive as well. This is it's been a totally unexpected evening date by a sudden. We both joined the KDM 1290 Facebook group and just found out that we're sharing the same marathon event, and I'd like to thank Darren for having you here and having the opportunity to also to express having the opportunity to have a chat for an important message and the charity work. And the charity name was Brain Tumor Support.
Brain Tumor Support.
Right.
Yeah. No, it's been lovely. It's the first time we've met, so it feels like we've been friends for a long time.
Thank you, Darren. So nice to meet you, and we'll be seeing again probably on Saturday in 2 days.
Yes.
With different clothes, some different. Well, we'll be smiling anyways. It's been lovely to meet you. Thank you, much, Darren, and see you next time.
Thanks.
Bye for now.